Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across the galaxy, welcome to Arnold Holonet News. The only news you'll ever need. Because you have no other choice. And today on AHN, we're coming at you with some hot news off the press moments ago. We got our confirmation that the Chad Batch, already a top 10 team in Galaxy Heroes, probably the second best non-legendary team in Galaxy Heroes, is getting a 5th member to the crew finally. And that is going to be Omega. We're going to talk all about this confirmation, what the implications are for a team like this. But before we do so, we got to talk about our sponsor, Larry, Gary. Hit it! Whaler fail on the wall. Who's the sponsor for them all? Raid Shadow Legends! So we're going to talk about the top 5 best Raid Shadow Legends characters that you should be keeping your eyes peeled for. Coming in at number 1, Cargel. Holy cow, this guy is bonkers. And he's got a mass cleanse capability. So we have Bad Alcazar, allowing your allies to do more damage against poison. And the basic attack attacks all enemies and heals this champion all allies by 20% of the damage inflicted. Coming up next, we have Dracomore. And this character right here is going to do more damage for each debuff on a target enemy. Archmage Helmet. This guy has tons of ways to feed turn meter to your team, has ways to resist turn meter removal himself. And last on our list, we have the Rune Keeper Dazzler, representing the dwarves. And he's got a mass cleanse capability that heals your allies, as they've just released 5 new amazing characters. And they also have a non-stop schedule of summer events and activities such as fusion events to get brand new legendary champions, tournaments against other players. I have another great champion that you can get for free if you scan my QR code or go to the links down below in the video description. And if you're a new player, you'll be getting an epic hero, Chonaru, 200,000 silver, 1 XP booster, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard. All this treasure will be waiting for you right up here, but you gotta be quick because these rewards are only available for the next 30 days. So before we actually talk about where the confirmation's coming from, I just want to put this out there. I've been a big fan of the Bad Batch, the Chad Batch, whatever you want to call them, in Galaxy since the day of their arrival. And they have been making some very powerful combos. I mean, here's my last Grand Arena. Here's my Bad Batch with Jedi Master Kenobi doing amazing on defense. And as you see, on the other side of the holo table, there was a similar situation where this team has just so much durability, damage output, and survivability, health protection, regen, massive stuns. We were under the suspicion that a 5th member is going to come to Galaxy Heroes just because it seemed like it was incomplete from a visual sense. But from a performance-based setting, the Bad Batch is a very good team. So how about this? I'm going to play some Bad Batch, Chad Batch gameplay in the background. Let's go ahead and go up against the Supreme Leader Cower. And we'll, I don't know. Should we throw it on full auto, Larry? Gary, this video is going to look really cringe if this doesn't work as well as planned. Here, we're going to put it on full auto while we talk about this. Here we go. Pop it on auto. Let's see what they do. So let's talk about where this confirmation is coming from. We've been speculating about if there will be a new member come. Actually, just the other day, we had a debate in the Kyber Council during a live stream whether or not they would add Omega to Galaxy Heroes because, you know, she's a child or a tween, as I like to call her. So this confirmation is coming from the Galactic War Report. I'll leave a link down below in the video description. They did not have an interview today, but they have an interview coming out next week confirming that Omega is coming to Star Wars Galaxy. There's no kit details or anything like that, except that we will be getting more This team is absolutely insane. Normally when we full auto Supreme Leader Kylo, we get like maximum banners on this team. Holy cow, this team is just pardon me. I gotta watch these guys in full action right now. They can't do anything to this team. Regardless, despite whether or not you think Omega should come, because we thought, all right, well, Baby Yoda, Grogu didn't get added because it was a child. Well, a little bit different of a, well, I mean, technically Grogu's a little bit older, but in terms of a placement in their life cycle, she's a tween, kind of in that mission Val from Old Republic type of age. She's coming to the game nonetheless, which makes sense. So kit reveal probably going to be happening next week in Star Wars Galaxies, but feel free, if you want to hear the official word yourself, go to Galactic War Report. They have a lot of interviews with Capital Games that look at that. Full auto Supreme Leader Kylo, maximum banners up against them. Jedi Master Kenobi is a really good variant. to run around with this team. Gary, bring me back over here real quick. I want to talk about a few more things before we wrap up this right here. Let's talk about the implications of this Bad Batch team, because here's the thing. As you saw right there, Bad Batch with Jedi Master Kenobi, absolutely broken almost combination. It's kind of getting to the point where if you have some Jedi Master Kenobi, which is a very select few amount of people, granted, right now, it's going to be interesting. What can they do to make this team even better for someone like me or someone else who's getting Bad Batch? Just keep in mind, Echo should be farmable sometime next week. So this team that we have right now is going to be 100% free to play by next week. What can Omega possibly add to this team? I mean, we have protection, turret feeding capabilities with Wrecker, lots of stuns there. Tech has got a cleanse capability, has ways to spread target lock like crazy. Hunter's lead is absolutely incredibly powerful, constantly turning on extra bonus damage through a different path and ways to navigate around taunts, keeping your team under stealth non-stop. And then we have really what I consider to be the engine for the Bad Batch, at least as of now. Echo, this guy is one of the fastest characters in the game currently. He's got a mass buff dispel. I mean, watch the stream from the other day. My Jedi Master Luke Skywalker got absolutely smashed by this team on defense. The constant buff dispels, setting up tech for constant stuns on his AoE here, and the one that survives ability, constantly regenerating health and protection, and doubled for Bad Batch allies. 8% health and protection on these guys anytime they're gaining or losing a buff from a Bad Batch ally's ability, getting the assist going on. It's kind of in a spot. It's like, all right, well, what more does this team need? They got turn meter capabilities, stuns, health regeneration. They got ways to cleanse up the team. It's one of those things where I'm wondering, is Omega going to add much more to this team, or is this team going to really just creep up the rankings in terms of one of the best non-legendary teams? And that kind of transfers over to this conversation. Again, there wasn't much detail in this Galactic War report today in regards to how Omega is going to be released. My suspicion is, based on the fact where we are right now in the Bad Batch TV show, we don't really know where her arc's going. I suspect she's going to be a marquee character. So I still think this is going to be a mostly non-legendary lineup down the road. But I think here's an example in case you're wondering how the heck is she going to be helpful for the team. She's got a little crossbow that she has there. So I'm almost certain she's going to probably have something like this. And I mean, I guess if I had to guess on what Omega could possibly add to the Bad Batch, maybe ways to constantly assist, like maybe a Chewbacca to some extent for the Bad Batch. It's one of those things where I personally, I don't think this team really needs much more, except from a visual standpoint. It would be a nice even team if you had a full team of 5. It just looks a little out of place because we haven't had a team so far in Galaxy Heroes that can underdog with just a couple of units on the field. A team of 4 Bad Batch members, as Wrecker famously put it in episode 1 of the Bad Batch TV show, we're all you need. These guys, they can underdog Jedi Knight Revans, a General Grievous, Padme Amidala teams. The list goes on and on and on what these guys can do. I just wonder what this team's going to look like when we get a 5th member integrated in this team. So more details to come next week. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think she's going to be a marquee character? I think I'm putting my money on that one right now. I mean, they could make a legendary, but I just don't feel like Omega's legendary, at least as of the current state of her story arc right now inside the Bad Batch TV show. And let me know, I mean, what do you guys want to see out of this character? I just still don't know. I am looking at this team. I'm having an absolute blast. They're amazing on offense, amazing on defense, amazing with Galactic Legends Kenobi. It's one of those things like, oh man, where can this team go? And especially it being a non-journey team, non-legendary team, and being competitive with those teams out there. Whew. I guess time will tell next week. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below. And all your beautiful thoughts, more intel to come in the next upcoming week. And thank you, Gary. The most important thing as we part ways, always, always, always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Peace out.